But we're going to be playing a team that had been horrible to start the season in Orlando City. They fired their manager early on, but they've had a decent kind of run as of late. They are giving up goals even worse than FC Cincinnati, Sam, in this season. They've had 21 goals for, 38 goals against, where we've had 30 goals for, 35 goals against. So what this is saying is expect a lot of goals once again in this one that we're going to have this coming Saturday, Matchday 15, 7:30, TQL Stadium. Last time for you guys to see the orange and blue before our World Cup break. Let's leave it all on the pitch. We got to get 3 points in this one. I mean, if you can't beat Orlando right now, like, what are we doing?
Gotta have it. Gotta have it. Their last outing was a draw against Atlanta, so they sit right behind us in the standings in 10th. So once again, could flip flop there in the East. A lot of teams just going back and forth. But Ryan, to touch on what you were talking about as far as conceding, Orlando is dead last in goals conceded in the MLS and have conceded 2.7 goals per match, which is like, wow, that's crazy. They're projected to allow 92 goals this season if they continue the way they are, which would smash the goals allowed record at 78. I mean, that would be just insane. I will say FC Cincinnati is allowing almost the same amount because FC Cincinnati is not quite to the 92 goals projected allowed. We are at 83 right now at the end of the season. So
their recent run has been better, though. They've given up 1 goal, 3 goals, 2 goals. So, I mean, as of late, they've got some players back from injury. So I think that's definitely helped, as of the last few. But no, that's a crazy stat that they could kind of jump. I think, honestly, we had the worst until San Jose took it over.
Well, so I think we're top 3. I think San Jose and somebody else. Yeah. No, not but yes, like you said, we've been jumped the past couple years.
Yeah. Maybe they can knock us down off the top 3 there. But Sam, I was saying this is the last game before the World Cup break. The players, it's kind of cool. I just saw this. The players will have country patches, for their respective countries that they represent or come from in the center, of their jerseys there to kind of commemorate the World Cup. I think they might do something with the numbers as well from what I was seeing and hearing. So that'll be kind of cool. Another opportunity maybe for people to go in to the team store and, maybe get a jersey that has their home country on it. I think that'd be kind of cool to have. Sam, what are we thinking lineup wise for this one?
That's a great question. I mean, based off of what you had seen prior positionally, I think personnel, like you said, you kind of see the same now positionally. Like, would you see Kenji play left wing back again, or do you just slot him back up in the striker position next to Denke? It just seems like that would happen. I think ultimately, Ryan, I think you can rule out Miles Robinson even being in the 18 for this one, in my opinion. I think him coming out with a knock in the 45th minute, like just in general, you wouldn't want to maybe see him start, maybe see him like come off the bench in a game like this. But since you have the World Cup coming up, I don't think you even see him touch the pitch at all, just to conserve him for the World Cup and hopefully Poch's squad. But
more money down the drain, man. Again, it's crazy. Like you're paying a boatload of money to not
former captain, right? Coming into this season.
What's the amount of money that's off the pitch with him and Hadebe right now in the center back room? But honestly, it's just been consistency that hasn't been there. Go and look at the rotation of the back line in the last 5 matches. It's been different people every single time. So it's going to be a new one again tonight or on Saturday. So is Sharilla back healthy? Is he going to be back in there? Or is it going to be like a Kyle Smith again? Or is it going to be Guidi? Like, there's no way to predict, as of late, what it's going to be. But I think you hit it with the point of Kenji. Kenji's got to stay on the pitch. Dado's got to stay on the pitch.
Yeah.
Some sort of rotation around them. Potentially, I think Ramirez probably slots back in. I think Dado back to the 8. And I think Kenji back up top, I think is honestly how it goes.
Yeah. I just wasn't sure that where they'd go, especially Barlow coming off a brace, right? Do you go with the hot hand as well? But Kenji also coming,
The hot
off a
foot.
goal. Well, yeah. Well,
The
so
hot foot.
does that take a guy like Dado off the pitch, right? To put Barlow up top, a more, I guess number 9, right? Dado is more of a 10, right? So
Yeah,
you
but
put
I think
Barlow
the
up there
reason
with
they pushed
Denke.
Dado up was to get Anunga back.
No, yeah,
So I don't think that necessarily that's what changes, but I think Orlando, like their offense has been pretty solid. So clearly we need to control, a little bit of things in the midfield there. I was just looking though, if you guys are looking at, hey, what are our predictions going to be? Well, if you didn't know or didn't pay attention, Orlando has just killed us at home as of the last several seasons, Sam. I don't know if you realize this or not. Last season, we drew 1-1. Year before that, we lost 3-1. Year before that, we lost 1-0. And then, so the last time we've won at home against Orlando was June 24th of 2022. That's 4 seasons before we've had a win at home against this team. But it's a completely different feel in this one, different manager. They've not had a good season. I'm feeling a little bit more positive. I'm going to go with a 3-2 victory because goals.
Yeah, for me, Ryan, I think what you just said there was 2 years ago loss, last year draw. So, I mean, got to be a win, right? To balance it out. So for me, I think this feels like a similar match to the Red Bulls match, right? To where, coming into the Red Bulls match, we had lost to them previously 4-2, and you were like, whew, like coming into this match, are we going to be able to do anything at home?
Well,
And
and it was going to be the same setup of a lot of goals, right?
yep, exactly. And so to me, I think I'm going to go with a similar scoreline to that one. I'm going to go 2-0. I think,
Okay.
which is crazy right now, the form that we're on, the goals that we're conceding.
Sam's going to go clean sheet.
I'm going to go clean sheet because I think this team wants to send a message going into the World Cup, and you can't. I mean, the quality at the top half of the pitch has been insane, right? So I think you see Denke, you see Evander continue to stay hot, and maybe even a guy like Matt Miazga and Nick Hagelin, step up. Specifically, Nick Hagelin in the back line, I think, kind of asserts himself in this one. But yeah, I'm gonna go 2-0. Don't feel like too great about it, but the I don't know, the positivity in me wants to see like a good result before we go into the World Cup. So that way you kind of go into that summer window going, hey, like we've got some things to build off here. Like maybe the defense isn't all terrible.
Yeah, I mean, just don't hold back. Like, why not go for it in this last one before the break? I talked about how close teams are in 5 through 9, and if you can get a win in this one and maybe some favorable results around
Every
the league,
point counts. Every point counts.
I mean, Sam, you could put yourself in 5th place potentially, coming out of this match. So that looks a lot better than on the border, of the playoff line. So go for it. Put everything you got into this match. That's my message. If you're Pat Noonan to the team, is go leave it all on the pitch. Show me what you got. Rewrite what this whole beginning of the season has been. And yeah, I feel like being at home, we've had a pretty decent run. Obviously the last match was not that way, but prior to that, we had been doing pretty solid there. So I feel confident in at least grinding the result out and kind of reshaping what this looks like to move forward. But hey, man, I'm not expecting, I don't know. It's going to be theatrics. Let's just say that it's going to be chaos. That's just what it's been.